This video is about eliminating unnecessary footwork in multiple attacker practice. When under serious pressure from multiple attackers, it's difficult for even experienced practitioners to not give in to flight instinct by letting their footwork get out of control. We've come up with a couple of fun exercises that we think can quickly change how you think about Aikido, ashi, sabaki, or footwork. Tenkai is usually defined as a 180-degree body change without a pivot, or as a stepping forward body change. In this version of Tenkai, we try to create explosive speed by isolating the rotation of the feet and hips. Instead of moving the entire body as if it were one stiff unit, I like to feel the arm and leg joints rotate in the sockets, and imagine that there are two axes of rotation, the front arm and leg and the back arm and leg. First, the weight must be somewhat on the back foot, as in cat stance, so the front foot is free to slide into a rimi. By rocking the heel right and left, it's easy to feel the leg bones start rotating inside the hip, and the hips start rotating the rest of the body. The front foot slides forward, and by popping the heel down, the spiral is carried through the hip and to the rest of the body like a whip. I try to reach forward and back with my hands, so my shoulders are isolated from the rotation and not exposed to being hit. This sense of sliding in and isolating the twisting rotation of the front foot and hip is what generates hime, or snapping energy, in the body change. The first exercise practices the snapping Tenkai motion as an rimi between two blades held only about 14 inches apart. Uke should try to keep the blades relatively parallel. As Naga gets more comfortable, the ukes can switch to a simultaneous shomenuchi attack from a greater distance. One-Tatami Randori practice is designed to force Nage to use this sharp Tenkai motion and to make the absolute smallest step necessary to avoid being hit. As always, we start slow with a limited number of attacks to give us the chance to get comfortable with our new movements. Nage tries to stay entirely within a single tatami, or at least keep one foot on it. At this stage, Nage also tries not to do any technique or blocking. Instead, just focus on really effective footwork. After Uke's strike, they must continue forward for a full tatami length before returning for another attack, preferably from a different angle. At the beginning, the movement will feel a little robotic. However, once Nage gets more comfortable with how effective an intentional sharp Tenkai step can actually be for evading and disrupting attackers, they can start to relax and let the movement become more natural. Eventually, we can start adding more speed, more attackers, and more types of attacks to the one-tatami exercise. At full speed, attackers should be charging in as fast as they safely can and be trying to track Nage's movements so that if they are slow or telegraph their footwork, they should get hit. Although it seems counterintuitive, I like to practice this type of randori against weapons before practicing against open hand attacks. Weapons force a clearer, tighter movement, which can be harder to explore when pressed by a lot of attacks at short range. If you found this video useful, please subscribe and check out our other videos on Deconstructing Randori and new ways to learn and explore Aikido skills. We love it when people share and post comments, and if you use any of the ideas that we've developed, we'd appreciate a link or citation back to our video. Train safe.